all. So we have Namita with us today. She is one of my inspiration and many of my colleagues' inspiration when we joined as a fresher in an organization. Would you like to share some, maybe there might be definitely many successful moments in your life, but if you want to share one successful moment with us.
So, Harshit, frankly, I think there is no one successful moment in my life that I can define because I think successes and failures go hand in hand. And success is something for me that you set your short term targets, long term targets in your personal life, in your professional life. You achieve them and you're happy with it. And then you set newer targets for you. So, that's how it has been for me. There's some targets you achieve, some you don't achieve. And the ones that you achieve, you're happy about it. And that's just it. So, that's just success for me. You just keep redefining yourself, keep figuring out what you want, how you want to change, and if you achieve that, well, then you are successful. That's how it is.
Great. So what is your mantra of life?
So there is one quote by Mahatma Gandhi that has stuck with me, which says that live as if there is no tomorrow, and learn as if you're going to live forever. So I think I try to live by that. That is, by end of day when I'm going to sleep, I try to evaluate whether this is the day I'm happy with or I'm not happy with in its entirety. Not just saying from getting up to sleeping, am I really happy with how I've utilized this 16, 17 hours of waking time? And what the second part of the whole thing, which says learn as if you're going to live forever. I think this is very, very important. That every day one has to keep learning something new that comes your way. Just keep learning and never stop learning. Even if you are like the MD and CEO of a company or you're the most successful person ever, you always have to keep learning. I think that is extremely important.
I mean, these days, maybe because of pandemic and all, people are not very positive. They need some motivation. So do you want to share something with our viewers, please?
Yeah, don't take your failures or don't take disappointments too seriously in life. Sometimes, and it happens with everybody, that the disappointment is very small. The whole issue is very small, but we magnify it in our heads. We take it way too seriously than it is required to be taken. Break it down. If there is something you can do about it, then do something about it. If you can't do about it, move on. Just move on. Don't dwell on it too much. At least that's what I try to live by. I mean, you will feel bad for some time, but move on. Moving on is extremely important because if you don't move on, you get stuck there. And then it becomes a bigger and a bigger issue the more you're stuck on the problem. So figure a way out. If you can do something, definitely do something about it because then you might not be successful by doing only one thing. You do one thing, if that does not work out, try something else. And you keep trying until you actually figure out how to make things work and figure out what makes you happy.
Right. So what is your inspiration, Namita?
My inspiration, as in terms of a person or in terms of where I want to be.
Yeah, where you want to be.
Well, there are a lot of inspirations in terms of what I want to be in my professional life. For that, I'll have to chart out my career graph to you, which I don't want to do at this point. But and personally, so I think what my inspiration is that I keep growing in my professional life, but I have a very good balance with my personal life. I think having that balance for me is extremely important, and having my priorities correct. So there are some days where I find that I need to give more time to my professional. Uh, what's happening in my professional life, but there are some days where I draw a line and say, this is it. And then my personal life is more important at this point. So for me, my aspiration is that when I am 60, 65, at that point, I don't look back and I don't have any regrets saying, oh, you know what, maybe I gave too much time to my career and I did not give time to my kids, or vice versa, that I was so stressed in the managing my whole household that I forgo or I did not achieve what I wanted to achieve in my career. So this is what I really want to do. It's not growing and becoming the senior most person in the organization, but doing my best every day and achieving that balance is very important for me.
Great. I hope you are liking all the videos at Inspiring Optimism. As I said, our only motive is to inspire you with the people around us. I hope you're finding their stories useful as they share their experiences and journey through these interviews. So don't miss any upcoming videos every Friday, 5 p.m. only on Inspiring Optimism. Also, if you have any feedbacks or suggestions, please write them below in the comments. And if you appreciate the efforts, please share them with your friends. Thank you. Stay inspired. Keep rocking.